Hey guys, this is Richie, and we've got the new beta of Ableton 10 running on a Surface Pro 4 here, and we're going to just play around with it, see what's new, see what we can do with it, and how it impacts the CPU. So I've got a Surface Pro 4 i7, and right now it's just a pretty basic set, just a drum rack, but we'll keep adding some stuff and see what we can do with it and how far we can push it on a Surface Pro. So as far as drum racks, pretty much everything is the same. They've updated the drum racks though to include the new DR bus or drum bus. So you can see here, if we scroll over, let's see, where is it? All right, so they've got a drum master, and then in there they've got the drum bus. Alright, so let's just get some. Alright. Nice 4 on the floor. So let's play with the drum bus. Increase the drive. Bring up the transients. This is with the drum bus off. Now we're driving it. Let's turn down the K on this. So we're going to dive into the simpler. Bring down the decay. You can see the envelope right here. It's nice. Turn on the filter. Okay. So one of the new features that comes with Ableton Live 10 Suite is going to be the Wavetable. So let's add a track with the Wavetable on it. Let's take a look at that, see what it sounds like. So we'll add a Wavetable bass preset. Let's see what we can pull in. Maybe deep wave bass. Let's see what that does. Let's try something else. Alright. Poison pen. Alright. So we'll play around with this, see what we can do with it. So you can see the wavetable on the push, which is nice. You can also see it on screen. We can actually pull it up. If you do a breakout, kind of like you do with the EQ8, you can see it all up in here. See every piece of the wavetable synth, and you can also tweak it. Alright, so let's turn it down. Okay, so I'm not a big fan of this whole sound, but we're gonna play around with it, see what we can, how much we can shape it. Alright, so we're gonna dive into the wavetable by hitting the wavetable button. Now we can see all our parameters down here. Now here's one of the fun things with wavetable is you want to automate some of it with maybe an LFO or something like that. You just hold on the control with the push, click add to matrix, and then you can actually dive right into it, adding some LFOs too. So we'll go to the LFOs, look at LFO 1, you can see that's a sawtooth. You see the rate of it. Let's see what the LFO 2 is like. Alright, so it's a pretty fast rate. You can see it showing on the screen. Alright, so let's go back to our filter. Go to our matrix. You can see filter 1 is still selected. So we'll turn off LFO 1, but you see it's already sent to LFO 2. So I'll show you from a blank patch how we can start with almost nothing and build something out of it. Alright, so we got just a simple patch. Alright, so let's just put in a little sequence here. Alright, one of the things they've changed with the Melodic sequencer is to change the loop length now. You hold down the layout button and that shows you the loop length. Another nice change is that if you hit the clip button, you can actually see the notes on your clip. If you hold down the note, it'll zoom in, and it's when you can adjust. You could adjust these before, but now that you can actually get the visual with it, kind of helps a lot. Alright, so I'm going to change the loop length. Alright, so here's our basic patch. We're starting with just a sine wave. With the position, we can move through the wavetable. So I just want to make a subtle change with this. So what we'll do is add it to the matrix, go to envelope 2, and we'll just add a little bit to it. And then we'll go to our envelope 2. You can see how the envelope is affecting it over here. And the nice thing is if you go back to your main view, you can actually see it affecting it here too. We can go to oscillator 2. We can turn it on. And we can use a different shape if we like. The harmonic series obviously introduces a whole lot more harmonics. And if we dive into the oscillators, you can see that we can change not just the category, not just the table, but the categories also. You can see that we edit the pitch. And then we can go to our filter. You have 2 filters. Same thing, we can add the envelope to the frequency. Maybe we'll use envelope 3. Now we'll go to our envelopes. You can see over here on this side, we can also see the whole matrix. So that's reflecting all the changes we've made. All right. We can go to global. You have a unison mode, which spreads out the sound. Adds a bit of widening and also detuning. And the nice thing is, one of the things that they've added is, you know, when you're using bass sounds, you want the lower end of the bass to be in the middle of this stereo spectrum. So what we can do is add one of the new updated utility. So we'll go to our audio effects, Scroll all the way down. Add the utility, and it looks like they already had a preset in there to put the the bass in mono, but we can also do that through here. So bass mono on. That's gonna put the bass in the middle of the stereo width or the stereo field, and then everything else will spread back out. Another nice thing that they've added is an updated EQ8. Oops, audio and effects. And with the EQ8, you can now see everything on the screen of the push. Let's go back to our drums. Let's add some more stuff to it. I'm not sure why we're not getting our note view here, where we could actually see our velocity. I'm not quite sure why that's not showing up here. All right. All right, another nice addition. We'll go back to adding a track. We're gonna add another wavetable. We'll go to instruments, wavetable. And now we're gonna make a nice little pad sound. So we'll just start with, let's see here. We'll go into oscillators, and on oscillator 1, we're gonna see what we can find. Let's see here, harmonics. We'll find a saw harmonics or something. Alright, some of these are pretty harsh. Alright, we're gonna play with this. Let's bring the volume down a bit. Let's change our scale. That sounds good. All right, we're gonna tweak this out a little bit. So go filters, bring down the low pass filter. Alright, we're going to give it a 24 dB filter, which is going to give it a bit smoother sound. Add a bit of resonance. We can use the different filters, just like you can with some of the other, like the auto filter and some of the other devices. So we'll use an MS2, add some drive to it. Alright, and then we're going to take the second filter and turn that into a high pass filter. which it defaults to. We're gonna turn it on, and we're gonna just weed out pretty much anything below 200. All right, let's go back to our first filter. Okay, we're gonna add a really long envelope on this. Well, not really long, but longer than what it is now. Use envelope 3, go to envelopes, envelope 3, add a longer attack to it. Alright, set the sustain a little bit higher, decay a little bit higher. Alright, so we're going to go back to our sequencer, but this time we're going to use the sequencer plus 32 notes. This is going to allow us to sequence a chord in. So we select our 3 notes, and then we can just put it in the grid here. Alright, kind of like that. Now what we're going to do is use another one of the devices, and we're going to go to the echo device, which is a new effect. It's a delay effect, but it allows you to kind of tweak it out a little differently than you would some of the other effects. So we'll go to our delays. So we'll turn off link. Now we're going to start splitting them up a little bit. So this is on dotted mode, so we'll move this over to maybe a triplet mode. That sounds good. And you can see right on the screen how the delay is going to work. You can also see it on the actual screen, but pretty much this whole time I'm not really even looking at the computer screen. I can see everything I need to do on the push. You see that we can put a high pass filter on it, filter out any of the lows. Bring in some more of the highs. We can add modulation to pretty much everything. We'll just record in this automation I was trying to put in here. There we go. Change the character of it a bit. Add some gate, ducking. Haven't gotten as much time on this delay as some of the others, but add some reverb. You see right now the surface is kind of pushing it. It's in about 54% with 2 wavetables going. back. Let's see if it's the wavetables or the echo that's kind of peeking it out. It's kind of a mix of the two. But you see that even though it's peaking, it's not, well, it's not peaking, but the fact that it's getting over 50%, but it's not failing to work. It's not popping or anything like that, so that's nice. So that covers a lot of the new things in the new upgrade. Like I said, the wavetable is kind of the key thing that's been improved. The other thing that they've improved is the touch and the pen usage. Before you had to use a specific setting in the options file, and now you can just turn it on in your preferences. Another improvement is that the wavetable, when you touch a control, it automatically puts it in the matrix. So, added the sub oscillator. See, when we adjust the sub gain, it comes right in here underneath the matrix. So like I said, this is going to be a just basic overview of what you can do now with the push, with Ableton 10, with Wavetable, Echo, the new utility, the new EQ8. That's covering most of the new things that are coming. The chord sequencer, and there's a lot of improvements to workflow that we'll probably cover in some more videos. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them in the comment section. And make sure you subscribe, stay tuned to what new updates I put out, and thanks for checking out the video.